Hello children, today we are going to talk about the preparation of amines, which is our next topic. In our previous video we had discussed what are amines, what is their structure, why does the bond angle deviates, and what is the way in which we can give the nomenclature to amines. Let's talk about how to prepare amines. The first method of preparation of amines is reduction of nitro compounds. Reduction, already known to us, is a term used when we are adding hydrogen atoms or when we are adding electrons. Let's take example of the nitro compound, this one. This is nitrobenzene. If you want to prepare aromatic amines, you have to take nitrobenzene. If you have to prepare aliphatic amines, you have to take nitroalkane. So simple is that. So this is nitroalkane, that's nitrobenzene. Now we are going to reduce them using the reagents which are commonly used, mentioned in the book. So the first technique is catalytic reduction, in which I can use hydrogen gas in the presence of catalyst like nickel, or we can use platinum, or we can use palladium. So we can use any of these three, and that gives you aniline as the product of reduction. So in reduction you can see that the oxygens will be removed and the hydrogens will be added. So this compound is called as aniline. Similarly, if you had taken nitroalkane, you will be getting RNH2 as the product. So this was a very simple method of preparation of compounds, of the aniline or any other aromatic compound or aliphatic amine. Now the second method which we can use here is metallic reduction, where we take iron and HCl, which can react to form FeCl2 plus 2 nascent hydrogen, which will be acting as the reducing agent. This FeCl2 can further get hydrolyzed with water and give you ferrous hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid 2 times. That means we need not use lots of hydrochloric acid in the first step. A very less amount of HCl is required because we are producing so much of HCl at the end of the reaction. So this method is the better method because less consumption of raw materials and the product formed will be same. Instead of using this Fe plus HCl, we can also use the third choice, that is Sn plus HCl, tin plus hydrochloric acid, which is also going to give you the salt of tin like SnCl2 plus nascent hydrogen will be coming out, which will act as a reducing agent. So these are the 3 important reagents, children. Please remember them. First is catalytic reduction technique, or we can have metallic reduction technique, metals with acids like tin plus this is a D block element, this one iron, and this is going to be a P block element. Whatever metal you are taking, you are going to take it with acids so that hydrogen gas is released out. Now why is this method the best method, the iron method? Because less usage of acid is required, and at the end of the reaction lots of hydrochloric acid is produced. Let's go to the second method, which is quite an interesting method. In the second method we are going to do ammonolysis of alkyl halides. This is a very interesting method, ammonolysis of alkyl halides, children. So RX means alkyl halides and ammonolysis means breaking, lysis means breaking a bond using ammonia. So let's take first example. We take RX and we react it with ammonia. So you can understand by looking at the structure that there is a nucleophile here because it has an electron pair, negatively charged. This is positively charged, this is negatively charged. So naturally the negatively charged nucleophile attacks over here and the X will be going out because you want to make a new bond. So you have to break this old bond. So as a consequence we get a new connection gets established, RNH3 plus naturally. Now this is very important, that when this becomes NH3 plus, then one of the hydrogen atoms automatically has to go out because the nitrogen has got a positive sign. So one of the hydrogen atoms has to go out. So we don't show this step in the exam, rather we directly show in exam RNH2, and we understand that one H plus has already gone out with this X minus. H plus X minus means HX, right? So there is no there is no need for showing this step in exam, alright. So directly we show, and then what happens is we get a primary amine. So a monolysis of alkyl halides will yield primary amine in the first step. Now primary amine is going to be a better nucleophile than ammonia because it has got lone pair, and furthermore the electron density on nitrogen is increasing by the electron donating effect of alkyl group. So you are increasing the electron density, naturally the attacking tendency of this amine is going to be very high. So the reaction is not going to stop now, children. It's going to continue, and we are going to attack one more molecule of Rx and just go on doing the same steps as you did last time. And one of the H plus from here is going to be knocked out and X minus is going to be knocked out. So we'll just write minus HX in every step, and then we'll be getting RNH, and naturally this R is also getting connected. So we get a secondary amine, children. Here we get a secondary amine. Naturally, secondary amine is going to be a better nucleophile than a primary amine because now we have two electron donating groups which are donating the electrons so much on nitrogen atom that it can attack very fast. So the next is one more attack you can show, same kind of attack. The nitrogen is going to attack and the X is going to go out. Alright, what product are we going to get here? We are going to remove H plus from here. We are going to remove X minus from there, and we get minus HX. So my new answer is going to be RNRR, that means 3 times. So that's your tertiary amine. So children, you can see here this is a very interesting and a very good method to prepare for your exams. Like all the amines can be prepared from this, primary amine, secondary amine, and then we can have tertiary amine. And you know the problem is that the reaction is not going to stop at this stage because now we have got a very strong nucleophile, that is tertiary amine. You can see, children, that due to the electron donating effect of 3 groups, the electron density of nitrogen has increased so much that the reaction further continues. It does not stop. Mind well, it does not stop. So we're going to have, focus here, we're going to have attack of this on the R, and the X minus goes out. But children, there is no hydrogen atom now which you people can remove. Can you remove any hydrogen atom from here? You can see there is no hydrogen atom. In the previous reaction we had a hydrogen atom which we were knocking it out as H plus. But now here we don't have anything, so we can just write the answer as RNR, R, and one more R naturally. And now children, the nitrogen atom has to have a positive sign because it has made a coordinate bond. So the fourth bond was a coordinate bond and we develop a positive sign over here. So that's your cation, and naturally this X minus is also going to be somewhere near it, that means in the vicinity of it. So that's an anion. So what we get is a salt. What we get is a salt. We get a quaternary ammonium salt. Let's write down. We get a quaternary, this is called as quaternary ammonium salt. So what is the final product of ammonolysis of alkyl halides? That's a question for your exam. So naturally the answer is a quaternary ammonium salt is formed. Like for example, if I had here methyl group, methyl, so I can just call it as tetramethyl. Look at that. I can call it as tetramethyl ammonium. Okay, it's a derivative of ammonia, so ammonium. And suppose it was any halogen over there, so halide, we'll just write it as halide. So tetramethyl ammonium halide. So children, I think this was the best method of preparation of any kind of amine given in the exam. So let's talk about the drawback of the previous method. If we use a primary amine, like for example, if I use an alkyl halide like CH3Cl and I start reacting it with NH3, what product was I getting in the end was CH3N, CH3, CH3, CH3 and Cl minus. Look at that. So children, please remember this has to be a positive sign. So we get a tetramethyl ammonium chloride. Alright, we are going to get tetramethyl ammonium chloride. So the question is that how can you prepare ammonium salt also I can write, or I can write chloride also. Alright, so these are the names of this compound. Now the question I was asking you is that how to stop the reaction at step 1. That means if I want to prepare a primary amine like CH3NH2, then what do I do? So it's common sense that I must use lots and lots of ammonia. So this has to be in excess quantity so that CH3Cl becomes my limiting reagent. Like for example, if I take 2 molecules of this and I take 50 molecules of ammonia, so I'm very sure that those two are going to react with ammonia and then the reaction is going to stop. So I'm going to get 2 times CH3NH2 and the remaining 48 ammonia molecules will just wait because they don't have any species to attack on. So this is how, children, that can be a question for you in the exam. How can you prepare primary amines by the reaction of ammonolysis? So that's the way. We're going to take excess of ammonia and stop the reaction at step 1. Okay. Let's look at the next method, which I think I will cover up in the next video.